From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
How are you? It's a big day. And wow, your $1,400 third stimulus check will be landing in your bank account this weekend for electronic receipt. Yes, you heard that correctly. Congratulations. The President of the United States has signed into law your $1,400 stimulus check. This channel is the channel that went live at 9 o'clock this morning, and throughout the day, this channel was the first to break every developing detail as it unfolded. At 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the White House issued a statement saying that the president would sign into law your $1,400 stimulus check today. Then, at 11:11, the president signed it into law while I was live on air. And then, at 12:11 Pacific Standard Time, the president's press secretary announced that stimulus checks will be landing in your bank account this weekend. But that's electronic receipt. And even better is that if it lands on a Saturday, that means that some may get it on a Friday. Incredible, great news. But this is purple. $5, $10, $15, $20,000 money right now you can get right now, in addition to the $1,400 stimulus check coming this Saturday. It's money for rent, utilities, food, and internet. It's across the land. Because ultimately, you're getting a $1,400 stimulus check, but after that, it's a little bit of delay to get the other money in the third stimulus package. No reason to wait when you can get $5, $10, $15, $20,000 money right now, and I'm going to show you right now on Afternoons LALATE. It's a big day with incredible details. This show, Purple, launched in October of last year, right before, well, maybe November, right before the second stimulus became law. There was no stimulus check. There was no second stimulus check at the time. And I said, people need money. They can't sit around and not have money. So we launched Purple, and it was a big hit. Got viewers over $250,000. We have not stopped Purple, but it came in big force when this channel went live in its new format. It's even more important now because now that the third stimulus check bill has been signed, the checks are on their way electronically, you and I know exactly what's about to transpire. Number one, some people will get the checks by paper check, and they're not coming by paper check this weekend. Or number two, some of you may get the electronic check this weekend, and then you're like, okay, what else is after that? I've had the entree. What else? I'm still hungry. I want something else. This is Purple because sometimes you're a little bit more hungry than $1,400. You may be hungry for $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000. Money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now, right now. If you have not subscribed, today is the day to subscribe because this channel is breaking developing news and more importantly, is trying to make you financially independent this year. Let's get to the details right off the bat. First, you can get rent under second stimulus. That's a lot of rent money. How much is it? It's generally 3 to 6 months of rent and about $5,000 to $10,000. Now, everything that you're generally going to hear about in this video may get repeated in third stimulus, but they take a while to go live. And a lot of them exist already under second stimulus. So that's why you don't want to wait around. Where do you get that rent money? You get it from your state housing authority, your state hall, your county housing authority, your county hall, your city housing authority, and your city hall. That's where you get that money. You ask them, I need rent assistance because of COVID. Very simple. Now, what I want you to do, and this is the first time you're hearing this on this channel ever, right now, is I want you to keep a pen and paper for every organization you reach out to. Why? Actually, I take that back. I did say this once before in November. In November, second stimulus was not law yet. And I said, I want you to keep track of who you call because there'll be money there when they pass second stimulus. We're sort of at that situation now where third stimulus is law, but the money for third stimulus has not landed in the states yet. They're still using second stimulus money. So if you reach out, for example, to your state housing authority and they say, yeah, we had some money a few weeks ago. In February, we used it up. I want you to keep track of that phone number and that person, because once third stimulus goes to that state, they're going to have money again. Basically, keep a Rolodex of the numbers you're calling. State Housing Authority, State Hall. County Housing Authority, County Hall. City Housing Authority, City Hall. And the way you're going to become an expert about this, because when third stimulus money hits there, you're going to know exactly where it is. Remember, you can get money multiple times. You can get rent assistance from October to February, and then you can get rent assistance now from March to June. So just because you got rent assistance before doesn't mean you can't get it again. Then you're going to reach out to the utility companies. Utility assistance because of COVID. I haven't said this one either. I'm saying it for the first time in this recording as well. I would do the utility assistance right away, because utility assistance, I always worry that utility companies may say, hey, we're out of the pandemic, you don't need assistance anymore. We're getting close to that May, June situation around the corner. So if you can get utility assistance, get it right away. Heating, oil, water, gas, electric, all of them, reach out to them and get that money. Now, if you reach out to the states, the county, the utilities, and you can't find these things, don't worry, I have a backup. It's called the nonprofits. There are nonprofits that are local and there's nonprofits that are national. But the national nonprofits that have gotten a lot of money for rent and utilities for viewers are the following: Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul, Community Action, and Catholic Charities. Let me say that again. St. Vincent de Paul, Catholic Charities, Community Action, United Way, and Salvation Army. There we go. So finally, when you go through all those permutations, what else is next? And how much can you get? Well, utilities is generally a couple $100s to a couple thousand. Rent is generally $5,000 to $10,000. But I got more money for you. SNAP. SNAP is not going away. And SNAP now has an executive order where it's increased for 15% till December. So this is really very clear, delineated, great lots of moolah. A family of four in Hawaii would normally get $1,400 a month, but because of the executive order increasing 15%, they're now getting about $1,600 a month. That's per month. Over 12 months, that's about $16,000. My goodness, we're 7 minutes into this video. $16,000 for SNAP, $5,000 to $10,000 for rent, a couple thousand or a couple $100 for utilities. We're doing really well. You're clearly over $10,000. This is where I want you to be. This is where I feel the greatest comfort level with you, is where I know you're getting this money on the come. I know that you're getting this money on the come. And if you get one of them, don't stop. Go to another one. Keep on getting as many as you can get. It's there. They dedicated the money for you, so go get it. Next, if you've reached out for SNAP and utilities, all these things, you're having problems getting it, then reach out to the community page. The community page is a series of volunteers that can help you with rent, utilities, food, and internet. You want to indicate what city and state you're from, and they can help you with rent, utilities, internet, and also food. Now, here's two items that I want to show you before I tell you a little bit more about the community page. There's a series of items which you're starting to see that need to be fixed in third stimulus to get you money. Volunteers can't do this for you. I can't do it for you. Only people can do it for you are tax preparers, accountants, or your tax companies, the big companies you can go to. What are those fix-it items? One, you want to get a stimulus check for a child the IRS doesn't know exists. Number two, you want to get that $3,600 or $3,000 for a child that the IRS doesn't know exists. Number three, you think that there's now a place possibly that you're entitled to money back because you paid taxes on your first $10,200 of unemployment in 2020, and now you've heard from me that the first $10,200 of unemployment assistance is tax-free under the third stimulus package. The only way to fix that, again, is a tax return. All those fixes are tax return items. There's no other way to do it but by a tax return. Hazard pay, the $1,500 of hazard pay. Thank you. Just say it's snow. Love that screen name. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. If you want that hazard pay of $1,500, which is the earned income tax credit, that again is a tax return. Reason why I'm bringing this into the purple is because it's money. It's moolah. child 5 to newborn, that's $5,000. Volunteers can't get it for you. If IRS doesn't know the child exists, the volunteers can't say, hi, they got a kid over here. Can you look, they got a kid over here? No, they can't do that for you. You got to get that tax return filed. Also, if you're missing a first or second stimulus check, I had one viewer in the comment the video right before this. And as soon as the video went archived, the first comment was, I'm missing the first and second stimulus check. Even though I say it in almost every video, the only way you get that first or second missing stimulus check is to file a 2020 tax return and request it. Again, the way you fix things is by filing tax returns. You can file a tax return even if you're not required to file one. You can still voluntarily file one. And with that, understand what the volunteers can help you with is rent, utilities, food, internet, and more. But first, here is a little bit about where they are and what they can do for you. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
Hey, how are you? During the commercial break, a couple questions came across the screen. They were great questions. The questions were about generally the same comment. They asked, what if I already filed that 2020 tax return? What do I do? You have to go to a tax preparer and will likely have to do an amended tax return. You have to go to the tax preparer and tell them your situation. One of the viewers in the comments said, can I just call up IRS? No. Well, IRS you can always ask questions to. They're very responsive. But if you need to fix something like a missing child or do an earned income tax credit for the hazard pay or fix that $10,200 for unemployment, you have to go to a tax preparer and potentially do a amended 2020 tax return. Ultimately, I'm not a tax preparer. I don't give tax advice. I fully disclose that. But the bill is weird in that it provides some relief that is dependent upon a 2020 tax return. And if you filed it and you didn't have it, you may have to fix it. Ultimately, the way you fix it is filing an amended one. And there you are. That was a great question. Now, what else is available for you for money right now in advance of what's happening later today? If you're just joining me, the excitement started earlier today at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I announced live on air that the President of the United States had issued a one-sentence statement that he's signing into law your $1,400 third stimulus check bill today. Then at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, he did it. He did sign it into law. And then at 12:11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the White House press secretary confirmed that $1,400 third stimulus checks are going out right away and will land in bank accounts electronically this weekend. That means if they're landing on a Saturday, that some may even land on a Friday. That's how bank routing works. So this is incredible, great news. So what other money can you get? First, subscribe to this channel because you don't want to miss the money that's available under third stimulus when it goes live because it's going to be first come, first serve. Also, in this video, I'm going over what money is still available under second stimulus. Let's get to the details right now. There is money from an EIDL loan that you can get right now at SBA.gov. It's different than the grant, and you can get this plus the grant. I've not said that in a while as well, although I think it's obvious, but let me make it clear. EIDL loan is different than the grant. So if you want the EIDL loan, get it, and you could still get the grant under third stimulus. Yep, it's that good. You go to SBA.gov, the things I like about it is, one, it pays within about 48 hours. Number two, it's very straightforward. And number three, if you don't like it, you can return it within 1 year, or you don't need it. You can return it within 1 year, and it costs you nothing. Just return it back. It's really great. Number two, you can get a PPP. Now, this is sort of obvious. There's PPP under the third stimulus. So why would you wait for third stimulus if you can get it under second stimulus, which is already there? So reach out to your online banks, whoever you have a banking relationship with, and get a PPP grant. The great news about it is it starts as a loan, turns into a grant. They tell you everything they need to know. They hold your hand through the process. They actually process the application for you. You apply with them. And what I like about it is it's a grant, no collateral, no credit score, and they handhold you through the whole process. It's that wonderful. Across the land, the excitement's brewing as the nation has now seen the exciting development. The President of the United States has signed into law your $14 third stimulus check. It is now law. It's now law. And I'm really excited. I'm loving the positivity. And oh, someone's birthday. Happy birthday, Elisa. I know a lot of people have had birthdays the last few days. It's time for a cappuccino, says Crony. That's hysterical. A cappuccino. It is law, yes. My emoji, it's not law yet. You can't use that you can't use that for this subject matter. You can use it for something else. $1,400 third stimulus checks will be landing in viewers' bank accounts electronically this weekend. What else is in that third stimulus package? I'm going to be detailing that to you in just about 5 minutes from now as we go into a special final live recording. The programming schedule is a little bit changed today because of the breaking developments. Thank you, Rick, for becoming a Purple Hawk. There's 30 minutes left. I'll have a full, it may even go a little bit longer, a 40-minute video because I had so many other breaking developments from Chuck Schumer and Susan Collins regarding your fourth stimulus. I had details about what's happening with the president with his next stimulus package. There's just a lot of other news that was out there today that I just have sitting here that I wanted to deliver to you. It's very important. So that will be a monster recording. It's the final recording. I hope you join me on that one. That's the one that, let's see if we can crash that chat record we set earlier today. We went up to almost 200 chat rate, which just is insane for this channel. And yes, this is really great news. So something like this, Taylor Jamarillo says, I doubt they'll start hitting this account this weekend. So Taylor Jamarillo is basically calling the White House a bunch of liars. That's the sort of not the mentality we want to have. Taylor Jamarillo just wrote, I doubt they will start hitting accounts this weekend. Let me read you the exact quote from the White House, Taylor Jamarillo. Payments to eligible Americans people can expect to start seeing direct deposits hit their bank accounts as early as this weekend, said the White House in a press conference earlier today. So I hope that now that we have gotten through this ordeal, that this level of negativity, fake information, false statements really ends. It's usually by people who are not members. It's usually by people who really just want to spew hatred or anger or disbelief. And I hope that at this point that people really find happiness in their life. When the President of the United States press secretary specifically tells you the day it's going to land in your bank account, and someone literally calls the President's press secretary a liar in the comments, that's not the time or place. This is a day of celebration. This is a day of excitement. The date has been confirmed by the White House, and across the land, I am very excited for where we have gotten. It's been a long path. It's been a very long path to get where we are. And now we are at that path. Ultimately, people can argue that the stimulus check was not big enough. That's a whole different thing. But finally, we have the confirmation from the White House. Jen Psaki, people can expect to start seeing direct deposits hit their bank account as early as this weekend. She said at 12:12 today. Exciting, great news across the land. I am so excited for you. Join me in just 5 minutes for a monster final recording where I'll go over all the provisions in the $1,400 stimulus check, everything you're going to get from item to item, and the other big financial news that impacts forced stimulus, which I wasn't able to deliver earlier today. I have that all coming up. I can't wait to see you on the final recording of Afternoons LA coming up right now.